Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is LaDonna and I am a first-year homeschooling mom of 2. And on my channel, I just like to share what we're learning, how we're growing, and what God is doing. And today I want to share with you my planning process. Though I don't have much experience to share with you, I do want to share where I started and how I got going and how it's just been working for us. So let's just go ahead and jump in. The very first thing I want to share with you that was influential to me when I started planning our year of homeschooling was this book right here. It's called Homeschooling 101, A Guide to Get Started, and it is by Erica. She is a YouTube mom and her channel is called Confessions of a Homeschooler, and I really do love her. I love her channel. Her content is extremely helpful if you're looking for any type of review videos concerning curriculum or how-to or schedules or planning or any of those things. Check out her channel. This is not a collaboration or a shout out. She is just an incredible resource that helped me along the way, and she ended up writing a book. Now this book is very, very different from other homeschooling books. I'm trying to see how many chapters are in here. There are 24 chapters, but please don't let that scare you because there are, just so you can have an idea, there are 230 pages. The chapters are very, very short, just so you can kind of have an idea of the table of contents. I don't know if you can see that right there. But the chapters are very short, very readable. I could have read this book in a day. I ended up reading it over 2 days. We were traveling. But if you're looking for practical advice, what to do, how to do it, where to start, how to put things in motion that work for you and your family, this is the book. I know that there are a lot of other incredible resources out there, and I've looked into some of them, but for a first-year homeschooling mom, I just needed something very tangible, and this worked. Now, I'm not saying that everything in here is going to work for you. It's just like anything else we read or we look to for advice and encouragement. You know, whatever doesn't work for you, you don't have to implement. But I started there, I gathered curriculum, and I waited for everything to come in. Once everything came in, not only was I excited, but reality really hit because it was kind of like, wow, I have all this curriculum, now I have to put a plan into place. So what I did was I took 5 days. 5 days is a very long time, but I just wanted to give myself, you know, space and room and just time to process. And you're going to see what I mean by that here in a moment. But I took 5 days and I focused on one child per day. Now again, I only have 2 children, but I just wanted to make sure I gave myself time. But I just focused on one child per day, and I went through each subject and I just kind of broke it down. Now, why did I break it down? Well, another incredible resource, Megan Phillips, she's a YouTube mom. Her YouTube page is Homeschooling 101. I'll try to link both of their channels in the description box below, but she was a public educator for many, many years who decided to stay home and homeschool her children. Now, she has multiple homeschooling children as well. Now, what is so amazing about her is that she shares all kind of resources for free, and one of her free resources is this Year at a Glance. I think some of you have seen me share this before, but this spread right here, this is not anything I made. This is from Megan's page. She has a blog page as well, and you can download these resources for free. Anyway, what I did was once I downloaded that and I decided this is what we need to do, this is what's going to work best for us, you know, as far as a plan and a schedule and how we need to manage everything. I took my 5 days, my 1 day per child, and I went through each subject and I broke down what it is that needed to be completed in a week. Like you can see over here, I don't know if the glare is going to let you see it. I was going to let you see it, but you can see over here like the dates and then weeks. So this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, goes all the way down to week 12. So, and you can see going across at the top are the subjects. Like right here we have Bible, missionary study, math, typing, spelling, English language, handwriting, history, science, and then our afternoon basket. You can see that going across the top. And what I did was for each week, I wrote down what needed to be completed or what we needed to get done in that week. Now, I know that that's probably going to sound really overwhelming to some people, but I do live in a state where we are required to log hours. So this was the best way for me to plan to meet those goals. We did start later this year than what I would have liked to, but that's okay because you know what? We're exactly where we need to be. I think that we're only like a week behind in English, and that is only by God's grace, and I'm so thankful for that. This coming school year, I am planning to start like 3 weeks earlier than what we did for this school year. Our school year this year is based off of a normal school year, 180 days. We are not year-round homeschoolers. Like I said earlier, we are first-year homeschoolers, so we just got our feet wet. Lord willing, our plan is to, for the 2021-2022 school year, is to have a 4-day school week, Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday, I'm gonna do like my own spin off of a Fun Friday. I would love to have just a regular Fun Friday, but like I said, we have to log hours, and to make sure we're meeting our time requirements, we do have to do some type of schooling. We will shift from our regular curriculum that we're planning to use Monday through Thursday and then focus on something completely different. But what we are going to focus on, we'll be able to go towards the hours for the subjects that I have to log. So I'm really excited about that. This is my son's notebook. I have my daughter has one too. This is something that I'm going to put away for record keeping. But in here, I have a list of all of the curriculum that they have for each subject. I have a tentative schedule for each child. We have their year at a glance. I have their reading logs, and then I also have their logged hours for each subject. Okay, so I had to fold this down because our last name is on it, and I don't want you to see that. Well, anyway, this is a weekly checklist, and my intention was to have my children fill this out as they completed their work throughout the day, but that didn't go very well. And I had printed all of the weekly papers that they needed, and I didn't want to waste them. So anyway, I ended up using this to log their hours, and it has worked out really well. I have a clipboard for each one of my children, and as we complete a subject, I just go through it and I write the amount of time they've spent. I calculate it at the end of the week, and then I put it away in their binder, the binder that I showed you a minute ago. Another thing that I have in their binders are their yearly calendar. This is another resource that's available on Megan Phillips' blog, and I put it in here because, again, I wanted it for record keeping. I wanted to have, you know, just some type of documentation for our days on and our days off. This is my homeschooling planner. I use the well-ordered homeschool planner, and I love it. Only complaint is that it didn't have tabs for the pages, but everything that I could ever want or need is in this planner, and that's why I love it. Of course, you have your attendance, you have your homeschool vision, there are pages here for field trips, have all of our read alouds documented. I have, so far as my children finish their independent readers, I write that down as well. I have a vision page, I have a subject list, and then there's some other things that are in here I don't necessarily utilize, but then it goes right into the months. So let me just go ahead and find August. So here's August. You have a month at a glance, and then after each month you have a week overview, and then you get into your weeks. Let me go to a month I haven't used so I can just show you what it looks like. It's blank. This is a customizable calendar, and I love that. Now I know for some people they don't necessarily want to go in and write in the dates, but it is customizable. I really love having the dates across the top. I love that there are 7 boxes for subjects. There are 5 lines in each box, so this is really functional for a larger family, and it just works for everything that we're doing within our homeschool. But basically I reverse plan. Like I said, we have our year at a glance. I know what they needed to get done in a week, and as we get it done throughout our week, I document it. We have our morning basket, we have math, we have English language, we have reading, we have history, we have science, and then we have our afternoon basket, and I just reverse plan everything that they get done throughout the day, and at the end of the week I'm able to look at it. I can compare our week at a glance, and I can decide, okay, we got this done or we didn't get this done, so this is what we need to work on. I can also use it to kind of plan ahead. If I know that, hey, we kind of need to have a light load this day, I can move some stuff around, and I just love that. We have thrived off of it. It's something I am going to try to implement next year. Obviously, I can't do that right now because I don't have all of our curriculum, but once I get everything together, I plan to do the same thing. I'm going to take a week's time. I'm going to focus on one child a day, and if I need all 5 days, I'll use all 5 days, but if not, then I'll just use the days that I need, but I'll just go through each subject and decide what they need to get done in that week's time. So that is all I have for you. I hope that helped you. I hope that was clear and not choppy, but that is how we plan. I know that it can sound complicated, but I promise it's super simple. It took a lot of organization and legwork in the beginning, but now that we are actually living it, it's very simple. There is not much prep work on my end, and I do credit that to just the system and having a year at a glance and being able to look at what we need to get done in the week, and then reverse planning, and then just logging hours and just being done. We have everything we need right here, and it's just working for us. So that is how I plan and how I am hoping to plan for our next school year. I would love to know how you plan, if you plan at all. I know some people are not planners, and I think that is absolutely amazing. But tell me about it in the comments below, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing your day with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.